Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Radja with student number 731023145, and today I would like to explain about socio-cultural learning story. Socio-cultural learning theory. Uh, Basically, socio-cultural theory says that learning happens through social interaction first, and only later becomes something we can do alone. And language is not just input; it's a tool. It's a tool to think, to solve problems, and to learn with others. So maybe for the key ideas, for the first one, I will talk about the learning mediated by tools. Vygotsky says that humans use tools to help us think. Maybe like physical tools like hammer or computer, and symbolic tools like language, numbers, or writing. So in this theory, we learn through language, and language itself shapes how we think. And maybe for the example from the file, language help us direct attention, rehearse information, plan, and problem solve. And maybe for the next, I will talk about the other regulation, or I can say self-regulation. So at first, learners need help from someone more skilled, like teacher or peer. This is called other regulation. And leaders, learners can do the tasks alone. This is a self-regulation. So maybe for example, a learner talk to them talk. I'm sorry. The learners talk to themselves during tasks to guide their thinking. I mean, like, what do I see? And the next, I will talk about the scaffolding. So scaffolding help given to learners, so they can do something just beyond their current ability. And good scaffolding includes simplifying the task, focusing attention, controlling frustration, demonstrating the correct model. Uh, yeah, it's just that. And maybe for the next, I will talk about the zone of proximal development, or ZPD. So this is the famous concept. ZPD is like what a learner cannot do alone yet, but can do with help. Maybe for example, a student might not be able to use past tense models alone, like could go, but with teacher support, they can correct it. So this shows ZPD development. And and maybe for another example, learners gradually need less help to correct errors such as could go instead of can when. Yeah, can when. And maybe for the next, I will talk about the microgenesis, or we can say learning in the moment. So learning can be seen happening live. Learning can be seen happening live in interaction. And during a short conversation, you can watch like how a student hears a form, attempts it, gets help, and then use it correctly. So this moment-to-moment development is called microgenesis. And maybe for example, step-by-step improvement of verb forms during a tutor student dialogue. And maybe for the next, I will talk about the private speech. So learners often whisper words, repeat phrases, or talk quietly to themselves. This is not a mistake; it's a sign of learning. And maybe for the function of private speech, it's rehearse new words, guide thinking, test grammar, practice pronunciation. Maybe for example, students in Japanese class whisper new vocabulary like nakutai nakutai to gain control the word. And the next, I'll talk about the activity theory. So learning depends on for the first one, the goal, like why the learner is doing the task, and then the tools like language, peers, and instructions, and the last, the context, like classroom, exam, or pair work. So even if two students do the same task, they experience it differently based on their goals and strategies. Uh, Maybe for example, some learners go through the motions, and some privately rehearse, others negotiate meaning actively. So maybe for the first, maybe for the last, I will talk about the peer collaboration, or we could say learning with friends. So peers can act as experts too, and during pair work, students correct each other or supply missing words or brainstorm meanings. So maybe for example, three students help each other build a complex French reflexive past tense form uh, to test souvenir. Yeah. Uh, that's for the example. So no one can do it alone, but they succeed together. Yeah, I think that's all for my understanding about the material. Maybe I will close. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.